Hello there, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is ChitChad and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster, where we are working on the Super Mario Super Theme Park. Today we're going to start working on Princess Peach's castle, which I've been really looking forward to because this version of the castle has been sitting here as a placeholder almost since the beginning of the project, I want to say. At least in the first couple of episodes I think we placed it down. Which this castle is actually imported from a previous project of mine, which was the video game theme park. So it's nice to finally be able to update this castle and start making it look a little bit more like Princess Peach's castle. We're going to base the overall aesthetic somewhat off of the one you see in Super Mario Odyssey as well as the one in Mario 64. But like I said, it's going to be somewhat based off those castles because I still want to give my own personal spin on it. Also because this castle is going to contain the Odyssey People Mover attraction as another stop, as well as the Mario Kart attraction, so this castle is going to be fairly big. We're definitely going to want to theme the front part of this building, but I think the rest is just going to be a general show building, much like we did with Luigi's Mansion. I also want to apologize for how delayed the episodes have been lately. I know it's been quite some time since I have uploaded, so I do appreciate the patience. And I just wanted to share a cool thing that happened because I've recently been promoted at my work. I was a video editor and animator at my work, but now I am also the post-production supervisor. So it's a really cool opportunity and I'm really excited to be able to grow in my field. But unfortunately, that also means I don't have as much free time as I once did because I stay a little bit later and I go in a little bit earlier, which isn't a bad thing. Like I said, now that I'm the post-production supervisor, I essentially oversee all post-production for the company, which is, again, a really cool opportunity. It just means I haven't had as much free time lately, so again, I do apologize for the delay in the episodes. But I have been recording every chance that I can get, especially during the weekends, so I've built a little bit of a buffer of episodes, so hopefully I'll be able to upload a bit more consistently for the next couple of episodes. And I definitely didn't want to make you all wait any longer, so I decided to release these episodes a little bit early. Normally I wait for the weekends to upload, but I decided, hey, I think they've waited long enough, I think I'm going to upload during the week so y'all can get some new episodes. So again, I apologize for the delay, but hopefully this will make up for it. Like I said, I'm very excited to start working on this project. This castle has already turned into quite the fun little mini project for me. And I know we have kind of hopped around a little bit, especially since we've started working on the Odyssey People Mover attraction. But this was the final stop on its journey, so I definitely wanted to spend some time with it. And because the Mario Odyssey attraction links all the lands together, I wanted to basically get it finished so I can start going back to the other lands and really start filling them out. After we're done with the Princess Peach's castle, which will be the next couple of episodes, we will jump back into the Bowser's Kingdom section, because we do have a lot more work to be done there. This episode is going to be laying down the foundation, so eventually the Odyssey attraction will be going through it. We'll also be adding a moat, and we'll be adding a really cool garden section at the front of the castle, as well as additional seating areas. I'm still deciding if we want to add multiple things inside of this castle beyond just the Mario Kart attraction and the Odyssey stop. It might be fun to add a couple of shops in there as well, but I'm still thinking of ideas. And feel free to leave any comments or suggestions for it down in the comments below. And speaking of comments, I also wanted to apologize for being away from my Discord for so long. I know it's turned into a bit of a ghost town, and that's mostly my fault because I haven't been able to get on there as much. In fact, I haven't been able to post much on social media outside of Instagram, so I am sorry for that, but I did promise I would start answering some more questions on my Discord, so let's go ahead and answer a few. Hopefully I'm starting off in the right spot, because like I said, it's been a while, so if I miss your question, I do apologize. The first one I've got is from Spooky Rick, and Spooky Rick asks, "Hey ChitChad, I know you've mentioned in some of your past videos that you're a fan of Star Fox. Well, my dog's name is Fox after all, and that is because of Star Fox. And I was wondering, would you ever consider building some sort of Star Fox roller coaster or dark ride in the future? If so, what would it be like?" Oh, I would absolutely want to build a Star Fox ride in the future. I've always been fascinated by space combat, and I think I've talked about this in a previous episode, but like Star Fox 64 was my jam. When that came out, I was just absolutely amazed by it, and I could not stop playing it. It was the first game that I got on the N64 because I believe it came out with the N64, at least the one that I got. So I was playing it just non-stop. And when I discovered that there was multiple paths that you could take, I was just like, oh, this is the coolest game ever. It's got replay value. And I didn't even know what replay value was, you know, it wasn't even a term yet. Before that, I was just like running through the same Sonic levels over and over again and dying in the same place because I couldn't get past a certain part. So it was cool to actually have a game that I was able to complete multiple times in multiple ways. It was fun to be able to do the Landmaster section. It was cool to do the submarine section, which I forget what that particular vehicle is called, but Star Fox was just so cool. And I even kind of like Star Fox Adventure. I know it wasn't originally a Star Fox game, it was something completely different, but it was still cool to play as Star Fox. But I do have to admit, the R-Wing sections did feel very shoehorned in because they definitely didn't play super well. But I don't know. I mean, a roller coaster would be really cool. It would kind of, I would think it would be something maybe similar to Space Mountain, where it's still a roller coaster, but there would be a lot of cool things going on. And maybe at the very end, you would see a giant floating Andros head. But you would definitely have to have Star Wolf and his gang in there as well. I actually recently picked up a Star Wolf amiibo because I really like playing as him in Smash. Besides playing as Larry, I've been playing probably Wolf and Isabelle the most. So when I saw the amiibo, I was like, oh, I've got to get that. So yeah, thank you so much for your question, Spooky Rick. I really appreciate it. All right, the next question comes from Cookie Camper 1011. Hey ChitChad, can you make the Bowser restaurant you were talking about in the past episodes of the Mario theme park? No rush, just take your time. Yeah, absolutely. We will still be making the Bowser restaurant for sure. I actually have another restaurant in mind for that area of the park, and we will start working on that one during the next Bowser Kingdom episode. It's going to be kind of like a fast food restaurant, and then the Bowser's Kingdom is the Bowser restaurant's definitely going to be more of like a sit down thing. So yeah, we will start working on it in the next couple of episodes. Thank you so much for your question. All right, the next question is from Agent X. They ask, are you going to add a water-themed dark ride? If so, add Plessy from Mario 3D World and Dory from Mario 64. Oh, I absolutely love Plessy from Mario 3D World. I actually really miss that game. I hope they re-release it on the Switch at some point, because I have been rebuying games that I have had on other platforms on the Switch like crazy because it's such a great system. So I really hope 3D World gets a re-release, because practically every other game is. So I would love to make Plessy. That would be really fun. And it would be good to do a water-themed ride. I was thinking of 2 additional like mini areas that would be to the left and right of Princess Peach's castle. I'm really thinking one of them should be like an Island Delfino kind of theme with a with kind of a Mario Sunshine water themed ride. I think that would be really fun. And for the other section, a lot of people have been asking for kind of like a New Donk City section, which I think would also be a lot of fun, and we could definitely build a coaster over there. But yeah, if we get to a good spot with this build process, and if we kind of get all the other projects done, I think those 2 areas would be a lot of fun to work on. So we definitely shall see. Thank you so much for your question, Agent X. I really appreciate it. Oh, and the next question actually kind of fits into this. It's another one from Cookie Camper 1011. I was thinking of a souvenir shop, but with the theme of Delfino Plaza, or do a water section of the park with the theme of Super Mario Sunshine, which, yeah, absolutely. I think those kind of go hand in hand. They would be a lot of fun. The last question for today's episode is from iPatchDL. Can you make a minecart coaster based off Wario's gold mine from Mario Kart Wii? It's one of the hardest and best Mario Kart maps and is my favorite. It would be great to see it in the park. Thank you so much for your suggestion. I think I'm going to be saving the minecart coaster for potentially like a Donkey Kong themed ride, but I also see how it would totally work for a Wario attraction. I don't know. We'll definitely see what happens once we get closer to the end of the build process and if there's room for any more attractions. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And back to the build, we are looking pretty good as far as a station for the Odyssey People Mover attraction. I really wanted to have some sort of archway or windows so that you could see through the castle and be able to see the Odyssey attraction going through it. I just always thought that that would be a fun touch, especially when I was thinking about the train at the Disneyland Park, how it goes through multiple attractions, especially the scene where you see it go through in Splash Mountain. If you look up, there's these windows and you can see the train going by sometimes while you're on the attraction and vice versa. So I definitely wanted to have some sort of see-through element while the People Mover was going through the castle, and I think those archways work really well for this scenario. And it looks like we're getting close to the end of today's episode. Again, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I know it's been a while, but the next few episodes should be coming out a bit more regularly. And again, the next few episodes are going to be Princess Peach's Castle, so I hope you look forward to that, and stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will chat with you later.